2023, if the goal is to remove APC and PDP, then Sowore and Obi should work together. Deji Adeyanju, welcome to the news. Thank you for being there now and always. In the wake of the recent jab aimed at Labour Party presidential aspirant Peter Obi by Omoyele Sowore, the renowned human rights activist Deji Adeyanju has called on both men to set aside their differences and work together towards achieving a common goal. In case you have not heard, Sowore, who is also a presidential flag bearer of the African Action Congress, recently launched a scathing criticism of the Labour Party and by extension Peter Obi. In a short clip that made a rant on social media a few days ago, the Sahara Reporters publisher described the Labour Party as an orphanage for displaced politicians, a reference to Obi clinching the party's presidential ticket shortly after his diversion from the PDP. In return, thousands of Obi supporters flooded Sowore's social media handle to rain insult and abuses on him over his comment against their preferred candidate and political party. Many went as far as announcing the withdrawal of the support for the AAC presidential aspirant. It is, however, on this note that the Adeyanju has called for both Sowore and Obi not to lose sight of the major objectives in front of them as the 2023 presidential election draw nearer. According to a tweet he made a few hours ago, the activist stated that Sowore should not be working against Obi. I hope he will listen. To fight these big parties, APC and PDP, we need people to come together. And that was why it was so painful when the likes of Mogalu, the likes of Sowore, the last other time, so many other young politicians came up together. They couldn't reach an agreement. At the end of the day, the team fumbled. And that is why we are where we are today. To get the stronger force that will displace these two big parties, we need like minds to come together. He also cautioned supporters of the former Anambra State governor not to degenerate Sowore in any way, because that will only end up spoiling the chances they both have in dislodging the two top political parties in the country. Quite interestingly, this won't be the first time the Adeyanju is calling for a collaboration between parties and presidential candidates in a bid to dislodge the APC and PDP at the polls. Some days ago, the activists urged Peter Obi and Kwankwaso to forge an alliance. In his post, Adeyanju has warned that no individual candidate had the means and muscle to defeat APC and PDP in an election in Nigeria, which is true. These two people, the massive support, apart from human support, the humongous amount of money that is available for these two big parties to spend is enormous. And the number of people that is available for them, especially those that are in position, talked about the governors, senators, House of Rep members, State Assembly, they control most of the states. The two parties is between the two of them. And so they have wider spread. And so for a third party to come in between, honestly, there must be alliances, there must collaborate, there must be collaboration, there must be give and take. People will be ready to give and take. But otherwise, these two political parties, honestly, until we have a serious mandate, people that are ready to make sacrifices, they are ready to forget about their own ego. Who can do this for us? And with the way things are going, the trend now is showing that Obi has the capacity to lead in this third force plan. If they are ready to come together, let the likes of Sowore, let the likes of Kwankwaso come together and say, look, let us bring our own people behind this force and let's go ahead. At the end of the day, if we make the first attempt and it didn't work, we re-strategize. But if we want to face them headlong the way they are currently established, we need to spend more. They will need to gather more. In fact, they will need to look for support elsewhere. Because the people that are currently shouting on the social media, are they coming out at the end of the day to vote for these people? There are two different things. Talking on the social media and coming out to vote. Look at what happened in Ekiti yesterday. With all the third force, who will have believed that the thing will go the way it went? They will believe that, yes, with the third force, the awareness is there. but people need to go out and vote, and that is what INEC will count. INEC will not count any other thing other than our vote. So for the third force to really work, we need to come together. There are much sense in what he has advised them to do. That is the truth. I hope they will listen. Sowore is empty. He is not only acting like street urchin to make noise and criticize without meaningful contribution. That's somebody talking about him. Coincidentally, the two of them have the same vision and zeal on how to rescue Nigeria from the hands of these politicians parading themselves as leaders of the nation. Please, my brother, put up more effort to bring them together. Peter Obi has no problem unless Sowore is jealous of him. After his bundle of abuse and accusation on Obi, I doubt they will share the same vision. Like you said, it is a no-no. VP must come from the north. Who is saying that about VP? Now, people should forget about position first. How do we galvanize the opportunity that is available? How do we put all this in together? Let them talk to themselves and see if they confirm the third force that will dislodge the APC and PDP. Do you think they are coming together? The like minds, not only Sowore, other peoples are there, the likes of Mogalu. If they can come together, the line of Fela Durotoye, if all of them can come together, will they be able to dislodge these old politicians? What is your view about the advice given by Adeyanju? Kindly make your opinion known as you subscribe to my page. Thank you, good day, and God bless.